All right, hello class. For this video, I really wanted to talk to you about color choices and creating a swatch panel, either for a Stylescape or just for choosing a logo or colors for, a brochure, flyer, text, whatever it is. So here's the thing, different colors mean different things. So green means nature and kind and nice and organic. Colors like red means urgency and stop. Colors like black resemble luxury and mystery, while blues and whites are calming and clean. But what it really comes down to is, pick whatever colors that you feel represent your brand. And that's essentially what it is. So here are 3 steps to include when choosing your color palettes. So first, if you don't pick colors that resemble your brand or your product, it's not going to flow right. You're going to connect with people, but because your color scheme does not match the client's perception of the product, then it won't flow right. So this is where I usually begin by searching the web for pictures that I feel encapsulates my brand. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to Safari. Let's see, Unsplash. So I just go to a photo site, preferably a free photo site, and then I'm gonna type in. Let's imagine that we're doing a spa or something like that. So I'm gonna type in garden. See what type of images I come up with. So I find images that I feel represent spas. So maybe this image right here. So I'm gonna download that. Let's go back. Let's type in spa. Let's see what we get here. So what kind of spa do I feel I'm going for? This is nice. All right, so depending on how many images you want to get, it's up to you, but 2 images should do it for me. Next thing what I want to do is I want to open these images in Photoshop and begin choosing colors out of the images to create my palette. So I'm going to go down here to my downloads, and let's just open these right into Photoshop. Open with Photoshop. All right, and let me get the second one open. All right, so these are my 2 images. First thing that I want to do is I want to go up here to filter, and I'm going to go down to pixelate, and I think I'm going to use crystallize. So essentially what I want to do is I want to take my picture and I want to change the cell size so that I'm losing a multitude of colors, and I'm just simplifying it into like a few colors. So I usually go between 40 and 50. So you can see I'm getting just a few colors. So all these colors where I had a bunch of colors, they're kind of simplifying and making them a little bit less. So now I can zoom in on this and I really get which colors that I want to use. So I'm going to go to my swatches next. So here's my swatches, and there's all kinds of swatches already, but I'm going to add to these swatches. I'm going to create some more. So I'm going to go to my eyedropper, and I'm going to start choosing colors that I think would be good for my spa. So I'm going to go with some greens. And then I just click right here, I say new swatch, and I'm gonna say swatch 1, which is fine, I can leave it at that. Maybe I go with a light off green like that, so I'll add that to my swatches. Let's do the same for the other picture. So I'm gonna go to filter because I want some browns in there as well. So filter gallery, I can just use the preset that since I've already done it once, it saves the last one that I did. So I can just go up to the top of filter and click crystallize, and it'll do the same thing. Again, I want to zoom in on the colors that I'm thinking about using. So I want to use some of these browns. So I'm just going to go with my eyedropper again, and I'm going to select maybe this brown right here. Add that as a swatch. And maybe some blues, some blue greens. See if I have any actual blues in here. Not a whole lot of blues. some 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 greens and grays that might look good. Depends on what you're going for. It's green. All right, so these are the swatches that I'm going to use for my palette. So, based on the imagery, I chose these colors, and now I have a good foundation for what I would use for my spa. So these could be used for the logo. They could be used for background colors in my brochure, whatever it is. All right. So the second thing that you need to do is, now that you know your colors, you need to have some contrast between the backgrounds and your colors. So try to start thinking about how these will be used, what type of media and what type of context they'll be used in. Will the logo be on natural backgrounds? Will it be used primarily on white or black heavy paper? Depending on what types of backgrounds, you have to make sure that you're choosing the right color scheme, because if it's not enough contrast, obviously it'll blend into the background and you won't be able to grab the customer's attention. All right. The third thing you need to know. So I have a pretty good color scheme right here, but just to make sure that this is a popular color scheme, because graphic design, even though you might have something that related to the imagery that you chose and it feels good, there's color schemes that are trending more so. There's color schemes that are trending and some that are somewhat dated. So what I always do is I try to choose my main color. So again, just like on your Photoshop assignment, you're going to choose your main color and your secondary and your accent. So I have 3 colors here. So my main color, I'm going to go with this green color. It's my main color. Maybe this the white color second, and then the last color would be that leafy green color as well. So, but the first thing I might do with this main color is I might take this color and I might take it to a secondary website, a color website. So on those types of websites, they have color wheels. There's a ton of them on the web. Many of the sites will give you companion colors. So just to see how your color scheme that you chose stacks up to others, I just plug it into one of those websites. Sometimes they'll give you trending color schemes as well based on one of the colors that you choose. So it's good to get that second opinion. And the last thing that you want to do is you want to ensure that you're coming up with appropriate color schemes. So as a final step, I might suggest user testing this. So bounce it off of coworkers, bounce it off of friends and family. Always try to get a second opinion before presenting it to the client. So that's kind of how I would come up with my color scheme for the color assignment and for your Stylescape. So, and to save this, so once you have your palette, you can save this palette. I didn't talk about this. So you want to save this swatch. So new swatch group, and we can click right here and we can title it spa group and save that as a spa group. And we'll just put these inside. So I think I chose these 3 as my main colors, and then maybe these 2 as background colors for solid colors to put the logo on as well. All right, so that's my color scheme, and I wanted to save that as a spa group. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please email me, and I hope I can help you reach your goals. All right.